Today I wanted to show the game between Fujii Souta and Takami AO. This was a recently played game on April 23rd of this year in the 32nd Ryuo tournament. As you might know, that Fujii is the sort of the next big thing in shogi. So everyone watches his games with a lot of excitement. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to end up with some kind of bishop exchange opening. Okay, this 6-4 pawn signals that white's going to play 6-3 silver and possibly 5-4 silver, although recently sometimes they've been leaving the silver and not reclining it. Okay, so likewise black is probably going to move his silver to 4-7 silver. Yep. So we end up in a symmetrical formation. This is a very topical line with golds on 4-8 and 6-2 and the rooks on the back rank. A lot of games being played with this formation recently. Okay, so now that there's an open space here on 4-7, black is going to get a pawn in hand. Okay, so the threat is 7-4 pawn. So how should white deal with this? I remember every time I ask a question, please pause the video and try to figure it out before proceeding. Okay, so he's going to move one of the generals to 6-3, but which one? Alright, it should be 6-3 silver, because if 6-3 gold, it looks like it does a similar job in protecting the head of the knight. But if white does that, how should black follow up? Okay, 7-4 pawn, hitting the weak point and trying to force this gold away from the protection of the center. So after he takes, black takes a side pawn. Okay, and then his next move is going to be thematic. What is it? Yeah, you mustn't be afraid of sacrificing material. So since the previous moves weakened white's center by forcing the gold away, it's logical to sacrifice to eliminate another defender to further weaken it. There's also the shape defect in white's camp. You see the silver on 2-2 and gold on 3-2 stop the king from escaping to this side of the board. So pawn takes rook. And now hitting the targets, rook and gold. So if the gold runs away to 8-4, you can capture the rook, king takes, and then it's very difficult to deal with this check. If he drops the bishop here, then you can just promote the knight like that. And then the next move he can threaten to take the bishop, king takes, and then 5-2 silver mate. Aside from that, he also has 5-3 silver. It looks very similar. King back takes and then check. Bishop blocks and then just attack the pin bishop. This is also winning. Okay, so instead of 8-4 gold, if he tries to defend both of the pieces by dropping a bishop here, then there's a silver drop check, and takes here. Winning for black. Okay, so that's why 6-3 gold doesn't work. So the correct move was what Takami played, 6-3 silver. Now Fujii played 5-5 silver. And at first when you look at this, you might be kind of hesitant to play it, because can't the silver be trapped with 5-4 pawn? You try to see if it actually traps the silver. Okay, let's take a look. The problem with this is it creates a fatal weakness around here. There's also this 7-4 pawn move just to weaken this area. So black can do this first. And now if he takes the silver, he's going to take the knight. Let me just show that. Okay, so it's going to disrupt the shape. Because after gold takes, what's the next move? There's actually two really good moves. Try to find at least one of them. Okay. One very simple way to do it is just to drop the bishop here, because it attacks the gold, and it also is supported. It supports an attack on the 5-3 square. So this is very good for black. Another thing he can do is this 5-4 knight check. Because after silver takes and check, and now the king has to move away from this gold. So after 3-4 rook, both the gold and the silver are being attacked. So this is also very good for black. He takes the knight, check, and then takes the rook. Yeah, this is winning. So after 7-4 pawn, we looked at 5-5 pawn taking the silver. If he instead captures the pawn, now find a strong follow-up move. Maybe if nothing else, I guess he could take the pawn, or take one of the pawns, but there's actually a stronger move than that. Okay, 1-7 bishop. Very powerful Jijin Kaku. That's a Jijin Kaku is a bishop dropped in one's own camp. They also call this Tomikaku. It's like a watchtower bishop. Look at that beautiful diagonal. Okay, so since it hits the gold, you can try 5-2 gold. And 3-4 rook. So look at how beautifully all of the attacking pieces are working together in coordination. Rook, knight, bishop, and to some extent the silver too. If he drops a pawn here, then there's a breakthrough. Find the next move. Okay, 5-3 knight promote. Gold takes, bishop takes, king takes, and then it's a good thing the silver's here. There's 5-4 rook. And now you can win some material. And then you can't stop this rook from promoting next. So completely winning for black. Okay. So in conclusion, 5-4 pawn doesn't work. Okay, so getting back to the game, 3-3 knight, exchanged it, and got in the 7-4 pawn. Okay, since the head of the knight's weak, he pushes on the edge. Okay, so threatening to just knight takes on 7-3. Okay, now at this point, sort of a simple way to play is just to drop a pawn here, and defend the knight. And white is somewhat better. But Takami found a very active way to play. Goes into a semi by taking the knight and allowing Fujii to play out his idea. Okay, so now recapturing the here would, I mean, black is completely happy with this. So instead of that, Takami, instead of just allowing the pieces to flow freely like that, how did Takami interrupt this? Yeah, 7 to knight. A very strong attack and defense move. It's attack because it's attacking the bishop, and it defends by slowing down black's attack. I'll show you what we mean. Well, yeah, okay, so he takes a gold. Okay. Takes the bishop, also attacking the silver. But doesn't he just check with the gold and win the rook? Yep, does. Check. And now if the king can't recapture the gold because of simple mate like this. So he has to run to 2-2. And so let's look at the end result. Gold on 4-1 and this promoted silver are heavy pieces. And it's going to be very difficult for black to getting checks. So this is better for Takami. So moving on. Has to do something about the silver. So he tried to hold on with this knight drop. So how should Takami cash in his advantage? Okay. In the game, he took here on 9-9 with the lance, which was a mistake. But he had an immediate win by taking the silver instead. So it's kind of unfortunate that he missed this. So king has to take back. And then what's the next move? Yeah, he takes a knight. So with the knight in hand, that next there's going to be a 5-5 knight. And there's also this hole on 4-7. Better to have the knight than the bishop. Okay, just check. And now if 5-6 king, he's pushing the king further into danger. 4-5 king, check. That would be mate. And so 4-5 king, if 5-5 king, there's this bishop check. And then after he blocks, there's mate this way. Or if he runs to 4-5, there's mate that way. Okay. So instead of 5-6 king, if he tries to retreat to 5-8, bishop check, he runs, and then now he can simply take the rook and then throw in this check. So there's going to be a problem with how to block. If he tries blocking it with the rook, try to find the next move. Okay, 3-9 silver. If king takes, then you just take the rook. This is winning. I have 4-9 king. You can just take, check, and then threat mate. Also winning. instead of blocking with the rook, if he tries to use the knight instead, you can simply just threaten the pin piece by promoting the knight. If he tries to block here, he can either take here and then do something like this, threatening to drop the lance on 4-8. And, or he can just build up by dropping the silver and then take here on 5-8 next, also winning for white. Okay, so in the game, Takami missed his chance and took the lance. Yeah, this is a very strong move. What's a threat? Okay, let me pass a move just so we can show it. It's taking the gold here, and then silver drop 2-3, and then mate. So it's symmetrical. If he takes a knight, then it leaves an open square on 3-4. Can drop the lance here. If king takes, there's going to be a simple mate here, igoma here, and then you can drop the silver. So has to do 4-3 king. They trade off the defenders. And mate. Mate, yeah. Yeah, that was kind of a long one. So in the game, Takami dropped on 6-7. Okay, so let me go back a move. So you notice there's an inclusion of this silver drop here. So now there's a little bit more defense if the king ends up running up here. So that was the idea. Okay, so threatening just 3-3 dragon mating. So try to find nebari here. Nebari is a defensive move that puts up resistance in a bad position. Let's see what you come up with. Okay, Takami found this nice 2-2 silver. Now what does it do? Looks like you can just take it, right? Oh, by sacrificing some material, he ends up gaining some time to defend. So after Fujii took it, he still has a mate in one threat, but notice that because the dragon is misplaced, now the king can run to 4-3. So there's some running space now. Okay, so, but before that he threw in this check. And now 4-3 king. So now it looks like White's king has a chance to escape in the center. 5-4 king and 6-5 king. But here, Fujii found a beautiful way to close in on the king. Can you find it? Six-five silver. Just blocking the Nigemichi. That's the escape path. A very beautiful move. This also renews the threat of 3-3 gold mate. Or 3-3 dragon. Okay, so Takami took it. And after this check, the king is forced to 3-4. If instead of that he runs to 5-4, he ends up getting mated. It's a 6-3 king, dragon. And now find the next move. Yeah, 4-2 gold. If the king takes, it's easy mate like that. So 3-4 king. And then there's another gold move. Takes, check. Knight 3-4 here, and then force the king back, and mate. Okay, so 5-4 king runs into mate. So he does 3-4 king instead. And now, after 3-2 dragon, Takami resigned. If he tries to do a similar thing to before with the 2-2 silver, this time it doesn't work quite so well. He can just take it, and if 4-3 king, no more resistance because he can take the knight and then stop the king from going to 6-4 by sacking the dragon. Force the king back and then mate. Okay, so that's it for today's game. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe. And please consider supporting the channel with donations. You can do that by clicking the Streamlabs link down below in the description. Donations are not necessary, but are always welcome. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.